Welcome to day 279 of our BU 365-day challenge. Do one thing every day that continuously improves us. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, and today we're talking about the fail paradox. I call this one the fail paradox because it basically says the more you fail, the more likely you are to succeed. Now, I don't know about you, but I'm old enough that I have learned that the only way to succeed is to get out of your comfort zone, take risks, do things, try things, and the more we try things, the more likely we are to screw up, make mistakes, not have it work perfectly. The example everybody gives when they're talking about failure and success is when a child learns to walk. They don't just, they get up and fall down. They try to walk literally hundreds, if not thousands of times, where they actually fall and get hurt and get bruised and banged up, but they get right back up again. Never do they tell themselves, I'm not going to walk. Walking's not for me. I'm just going to quit and crawl for the rest of my life. Don't think babies do that. Maybe there's a case of a baby that's done that, but I kind of doubt it. Everybody, for the most part, unless there's something physically wrong, learns to walk. And it's after hundreds and thousands of attempts, right? Tries. Try or attempt or take action or do until you actually succeed. I think Michael Jordan's got he's got a very good quote about a lot of things, but about failure and success. He's the one that shoots it. I can't remember how many thousand baskets he gets up and shoots every single day. He works harder than anyone else. That's why he's the best in the world at basketball. He tries harder than anyone else. He's put in more time, energy, and effort than anyone else in off-court time, right? In practice, in honing his skill. I think of Tiger Woods in golfing. There's always a GOAT in every industry, right? And if you dig into their story, if you find out what really happens, and this isn't true just of athletes, but of business people and anybody that succeeded in any area or aspect of life, if you sit down and ask them and talk to them, the one thing you'll find that they all have in common is that they have failed more than anyone else. The way to succeed is actually to take action and keep doing until you succeed. Failure isn't final. It isn't the end. It's just a stepping stone. Thomas Edison and the light bulb, 10,000 tries before he discovered the light bulb. Or it wasn't really, whatever. That's a long story too. But the point is, if we want to be good at anything, if we want to achieve anything, if we want to succeed, the only way to succeed is by taking action, doing things. And that means the vast majority of the time we're going to fail. We can fail 10,000 times. It only takes one time to succeed, right? So we just keep doing the things and we keep learning from the things that we do, hopefully. And it makes our learning curve and our failures go a lot faster until we finally succeed. So today we're just going to think about and look back at and think about a success that you've had at the point you considered a success. And then go back in your memory and remember how many times you attempted to do that thing before you finally had the success. The point at which you'd say, okay, I finally succeeded at that. I think of, there's different tests we take, different certifications, different qualifications, different sports, maybe you took piano lessons and you had to practice 100 times before you could flawlessly perform a piece at a recital. It applies to so many things in our life. All of us learn to walk. If you're listening to me, you can probably walk, and you had to learn how to do that. I don't remember how many times I tried to walk before I could actually walk. I'm sure I fell down. I was probably one of those kids that fell down thousands of times before I actually got up and was walking. And that's how we need to remind ourselves everything works. Each time we try and we don't get that gold ring, we don't get the thing we want, it's just a stepping stone. I really got a different perspective on failure. And I don't remember when the switch went off for me or when I really realized it. But when I realized that failure is just part of the process, it's just one step along the way, I stopped being afraid of failure. We're not born being afraid of failure. And I think learning to walk, learning to speak, learning to eat, learning to do everything as babies teaches us that we're capable of anything we set our minds to. A baby sees people walking around them or eating around them and they're like, well, I can do that too. If I see other people doing it, I can do that too. And I think that's the mindset we need to adopt again, that of a childlike curiosity and wonder and belief that if anyone else has done something that we want to do, no matter how hard it seems, we have to realize that we can model them and we can do it too. But we also have to remember we don't model their whole journey, but we have to model the fact that they didn't go from A to Z as a straight line. They went up and down and up and down and up and down, just like we will in our life and in our journey. We need to embrace and enjoy that journey and realize that each time we make a mistake or we have a failure or something that doesn't work out exactly how we planned, we don't just throw in the towel, give up, and quit. We say, okay, what did I learn from that? And then we do the next thing. What did I learn from that? And we do the next thing until we achieve what we want. And that's what this challenge is all about. Realizing that if we do a little thing every day, we will continually improve and become a person that we're proud of, the person that we want to be here on planet Earth, and an example for other people as well. So today, just think about success and failure, and is this paradox true for you? It's absolutely positively true for me, and it's actually true for every other successful business person or famous person or person that I've ever met that's achieved anything in their life. If you talk real talk with them, not their marketing story from rags to riches, because there's a lot of those, but what you're missing is the rags to all the failures that led to the riches. Nobody goes from rags to riches unless they win the lottery, and usually they go rags to riches to rags again when it comes to the case of the lottery. So that's our challenge for today. Any questions, any comments, share them with everybody else. And me, questions, ask me, and I will answer you. That's what I do. If I can help you anyway, ask. Otherwise, I'll be with you tomorrow. We're going to have another paradox.